today's video we're going to talk about 10 reasons why people regret moving to Cary, North Carolina. Let's go. Alright, so number one is the fact that Cary is boring. And guess what? Out of all times I have come today here in downtown. And of course, there's more and more stuff happening here. Every weekend there's a festival. So in my opinion, Cary is not boring. However, the people that complain that Cary is boring are the ones that love a lot of nightlife. So if you are into nightlife and partying like, 1995, when I was partying back in Romania, I understand that you're saying that it is boring. But if you are a family person, if you are more of a private person, you can easily go to Raleigh, to Durham, to Chapel Hill. You don't have to hang out in Cary because we're within 20-30 minutes drive to all of these other locations. So Cary is very, very well located on the map. So you have access to nightlife if that's what you feel like you need. So boring? Not boring? Definitely let me know in the comments below if you guys live in Cary, so we can tell all of the people that are considering relocating to Cary what is your opinion about whether or not Cary is boring. Alright, and reason number two. People say that the neighborhoods are too cookie cutters. Alright, so I unfortunately have to say that I sort of agree with that. So, I've been selling real estate for many years, as in from 2011, and I have seen a lot of neighborhoods, both resale and new construction. And indeed, there is sometimes not enough personality, so the neighborhoods are kind of looking identical. Someone used the word Stratford wives, kind of all the homes look the same. But let me tell you, there's a good percentage of neighborhoods that are unique. And there's a lot of new construction right now and very, very cool modernist homes, traditional, transitional, that do not look the same. So some neighborhoods actually have homes that are being built by different builders, especially to bring that diversity more to Cary. But then again, Cary is just what it is, and it's been here for quite a while, so you can't change much about the way the neighborhoods look like. So if you are into architecture, if you want very, very unique features in a neighborhood, and you might want more than just having a pool or a tennis court or whatever the neighborhoods here have to offer. If you want a more unique look and not the cookie cutter neighborhood, you can definitely find other areas, especially like the old Raleigh area, where you can find homes that are very, very nice. And by the way, Raleigh is one of the cities and just the states that has one of the biggest amount of modernist homes. I'm not sure if you're aware of that. So yeah, if you think that the neighborhoods are boring, you need to come here, drive, and let us know what you think. Reason number three is the weather. So we are in June and it is very hot right now, and it is going to get hotter and hotter. Now, it is indeed a fact that you guys need to be aware of, that the weather here in Cary can be very unpredictable. So it's humid, it's kind of like a subtropical sort of weather. So indeed, some mornings you think that you're going to have a beautiful day, and then it just starts raining in the middle of the day and you might not be prepared. Also, in the weather chapter, I will just throw the humidity there because I have just mentioned the subtropical climate. And I can say that if you have a hair like mine that's kind of curly naturally and also on a dry side, ladies, it might be a challenge because yes, your hair is going to grow very big during the summer here in Cary. So yes, the weather complaint is definitely legit. Reason number 4 is Woo! Snakes. It is what it is, you guys. We do have snakes here. I do have another video on my YouTube channel with the snake catcher, and yes, we do have some friends that got bit by a copperhead, and guess what? They went to the hospital, they were perfectly fine. But yes, I remember buying my first house here in Cary and getting used to having a big yard with a lot of trees, and then also raking some snakes from time to time. So yes, I do have to tell my children, especially my 8-year-old Phoenix, do not go in the yard. We do have a pool in our yard. However, we also have an area where we have some vegetation that has grown over the years, and it looks beautiful, but you never know where a snake can hide. So if you are terribly afraid of snakes, you need to find a state that doesn't have them and not in your backyard. So while most of them are not in the backyard because they're more afraid of us than we are afraid of them, and the snake catcher really explained very nicely about the types of snakes and where they live, and mostly under rocks, a big formation of rocks, and sometimes next to a river or pond. It is what it is. So snakes are definitely a legit reason why people are complaining about living in Cary, North Carolina. All right, and reason number 5 would be traffic and just roads in general, and how crazy people drive here. And so yes, people complain about the drivers and the fact that they drive on the left lane instead of being on the right lane and only passing on the left lane. So traffic could be an issue, and the way people drive here in Cary, it definitely has increased traffic in the last couple of years with all of the people relocating. However, you do have great highways, right? You have Highway 64, you have 1, you have 55. The roads are fairly large. However, when it comes to like early mornings and 5-6 p.m., it can really get clogged. So it is what it is. Traffic is going to grow with the amount of people that are coming here to Cary, North Carolina. So we just have to deal with it and be better drivers overall. And reason number 6 would be politics. Now, we could go all in and talk about whether you're a Republican or a Democrat. Believe it or not, people do ask us about this, and we can just tell you that we're not going to discuss this. This is totally up to you to do your research, and every place has a division between Republicans and Democrats, and you can definitely Google what type of state North Carolina is. And so if you are uncomfortable with anything, let me know or put it in the comments. I would be more than happy to read your comments and your input. However, if you are not going to relocate to Cary because of the politics and maybe too many Republicans or anything like that, then I would say that you will have to just pick the state and the city and the suburb that might work the best for you and your family, because as realtors, we're not allowed to steer you towards certain neighborhoods because of this or that. So politics is really not our specialty. Now, reason number 7 would be, and is always going to be, pollen. Do you see the amount of trees that we have here? Like, we have a bunch of trees. Everywhere you look, there's going to be a lot of trees. So North Carolina actually is very diverse when it comes to trees, when it comes to plants. It's actually, I think, the second in the world after the Amazon from a perspective of just variety. So yes, we do get a lot of pollen, and so we've learned our lessons in the spring not to wash our cars, not to open the doors, not to open the windows, but rather keep everything shut until the pollen season passes. And also, I have to say that we do have some allergies, especially our daughter, and it has affected her health overall. So there are months, and we're not big on taking medicine. but there are months where she is blowing her nose like crazy in the morning, and we have to just do saline rinses, a lot of that. Again, keep everything closed in the house, a lot of oils, homeopathic oils that I put in the house to just help her with the breathing. So yes, pollen is an issue, but that's not only in Cary, it's pretty much all over North Carolina. So you're not going to be able to run away from pollen. Legit problem. Reason number 8, pricing, real estate, how crazy expensive everything has become when it comes to buying and renting a property here in Cary. Now, the same home that was about $200,000-$300,000 10 years ago, it's easy $550,000-$600,000. We have clients that are expecting to get a little bit more housing for their money, and let's just say think that a $600,000 home is going or should be getting them a newer property, and unfortunately that is not the case here in Cary. While you could be getting something great or much better on the outskirts of Cary for that $500,000-$600,000, maybe a townhome in that $455,000 is what you're going to get here when it comes to new construction. Now, $1,900,000 is the new hot price point, with all of the people relocating here and bringing a lot of cash. A lot of people, IT that are coming from San Francisco and LA. We can definitely assure you that the pricing has increased, and that is going to be your competition. So make sure that you do your research and of course connect with us when it comes to pricing, so you can set healthy, realistic expectations to what your budget can actually get here in Cary. And reason number 9, very, very interesting one, and a pain point that a lot of parents feel is the schools. How some of you move and think that your children are going to go to a specific school, but then the school is capped, and suddenly you find yourself, if you have 3 kids, that all of them could be going to a different school, which is a problem. Now, we do have videos on this, we've talked about this, we've been through this as parents, and it can be extremely frustrating. So don't just expect to come, move in a neighborhood, and then know for sure that your kid is going to go to that specific school that the neighborhood belongs to. Also, there are neighborhoods that are split. Bigger neighborhoods, some kids on the south side of the neighborhood would go to one school, some other kids would go to another school. So schools and capped schools are a legit problem. Now, you do have Montessori schools, you have magnet schools, you have charter schools, you have amazing private schools. So there's always a way about it. But the best and healthiest way to go around this is to call us, to ask us, to make sure that we check for you as well, especially if you're not here already, to make sure that we are looking at the right property and understanding whether or not, elementary, middle school, high school could be an issue, especially if you have kids of different ages. So connect with us on schools, because we have a lot of experience on that. And yes, a very, very legit reason why people don't want to move to Cary, North Carolina. And we are at number 10, which is not a lot of shopping. Come on, you guys. I don't think that is a legit reason. People complain. You know what? The truth of the matter is that this is kind of what I wear. And I am not a big shopper, so it might not be that you're asking the best person, woman, realtor for shopping. But I have to say that I did record a video, so click on that, that says, is shopping in Cary boring or not? And there's several areas where you can go shopping, not only for clothes, right? There's boutiques all over here in downtown Cary, right? Not only for clothes, but also when it comes to like having a Costco, BJ's, Trader Joe's, Wegmans, Whole Foods, all of those grocery stores. So when you see shopping, you have everything in Cary, in my opinion, and even more. But when you want to buy a little bit more unique clothing, I can say that you can go to Raleigh for sure, or to Durham, Crabtree Valley Mall, South Point, and other unique boutiques in North Hills and other areas. So I can definitely advise you on where to go. But you know, for me, Cary is pretty good because I just go shopping once in a blue moon, or the truth is that I may go shopping in Europe. So that being said, please click on that other video about shopping in Cary and let me know how you feel, especially if you live in Cary and if you are a shopaholic. And that would be about it. Thank you so much for watching our video. Please comment below with any questions or concerns, and if you are considering relocating to the Cary, North Carolina area, we would be more than happy to help you with your housing needs. Thank you. Cheers till the next video.